Let me tell you something. Cute won't cover your cost, and vibes don't pay the bill. If your product looks amazing, but you're still not making money, then this video is for you. I see it every day. Beautiful branding, luxury packaging, and zero profits. But let me tell you something. We're going to fix that today. We're going to get over that hurdle today. And I don't just tell you this because I watched the YouTube video. I don't just tell you this because Chat GPT or Google said that's what the problem is. I tell you this stuff because in the course of 15 million in sales with my own company, in the course of helping others build their brand, what I've come to learn and what I've realized is that too many people are building out their products incorrectly. Too many people are not doing things necessary. Too many people look at the wrong things when they build their brand. And the real cost of looking cute is most new beauty brand owners overinvest in packaging and undercharge for the product. You know what I'm talking about. You're ordering custom boxes and mailers from overseas that are going to get thrown in the trash, and that people they're going to look at it. It's going to look good for a little bit, but you can simply go to a website like You Pack and Ship and get not custom, but really pretty mailers and boxes for a quarter of the price. You see, if I order a bunch of mailers from overseas, let's say I spend $1,500 in the mailers, I'm going to spend $1,500 in shipping because pallets of boxes are heavy. Where I can go to a website locally based that is not 100% custom, and I can get really nice tropical themed boxes, modern boxes, black boxes, and I can build my brand around that. Because, and I really think a lot of people do it like this, and they want this whole custom and this whole unique experience because they want it to look legit. But you want it to look so legit, you want it to look so good, you want to be on such a high level when you launch, even though you haven't made $1. And that's crazy. That it really doesn't make sense. And the results are you're selling out, but your bank account's still empty. You're making money, but every time you go check, no money is there because you're spending on things that are not needed. You're spending on things that your customers don't appreciate. You're putting all this customized one-off stuff in the box, but those things are going into the trash. Profit isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. I'm going to say this again because someone in the back is hard-headed. Someone in the back used to get whooped because it was too busy staring out the window as a child instead of listening to the teacher. I'm going to raise my hand for that one. But profit isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. And let's break that down. How to price products that actually make money. And we're going to do this so step by step. First, you have to know your cost per unit. And when I say your cost per unit is if you hold one of your products in your hand, for all intents and purposes, we're going to call it hair oil. If I hold this bottle of hair oil in my hand, raw materials, so your ingredients, your packaging, your labels, your labor, add it all up. And if your total cost is $4.23 per jar, then that's your baseline. Now, as a business, as a coach, as a consultant, I want to let you know that in order for you to be really there, I prefer your products to be around the 3 to 4 range. I try my best to keep everything below $4. You will always have a high profit margin at that thing. Now, step 2, we're going to use the 3X rule, and that's the minimum. Let me say that the 3X rule is the minimum. So retail price times 3. So your retail price, and let me break it down. So if your product is $4, $4.23, and we times that by 3, that would be your retail price. That would be the price you sell. Now, this is cosmetics. This is the beauty world. So no, we're not going to be timesing 4.23 by 3 and getting $12.69. We're going to up that to about $20. So do that math and look at the thing. When it comes to the cosmetic and the beauty industry, one of the reasons why I always tell you that this is the best industry to be in is simply because that the profit margins in this industry are so crazy. The profit margins in this industry are astronomical. You can sell a product for 5, 6, 7, 1,000% ROI, and people will spend. There are, me and a business partner had a beauty store at the Mall of Georgia one time, and we sold products from all over the world. We didn't have, I had my brand going, but we were kind of doing that as a whole because he had his own product brand. And so we would order these expensive kits from overseas, and it would cost us $250. We would sell that for $1,000 in the store. And the kit was just one little simple, the syringe was like $150, and that tightened up the skin. The kits were like $250, and we would sell that for more because it was multiple syringes, it was this and this was that. But your markup has to make sense. You see, you can't just sell something without knowing how much you actually spent in making this product. And the first thing I ask new entrepreneurs, new business owners, people who talk about their money is, well, how much does it cost? Well, I haven't factored that in. You see, I've been ordering everything from Amazon. That's not healthy. That's not a good way that's not proper business. You see, you can upload all your receipts into ChatGPT and it can do the spreadsheet for you. So now you don't even have to take effort. You can take a screenshot or a picture of every single thing you do, drop it in AI and let them do the math. You can put a spreadsheet where you put that in there and it will do it for you. So there is no excuse why you don't know your cost per unit. That way we can do a 3X on your products. There's no reason why that shouldn't be a thing. Now, the next thing that we have to do is we have to factor in growth cost. So shipping, marketing, freebies. Future you will need a margin to grow, a margin to work with, a margin to play with. And we do have to factor those in because profit isn't greedy. It's how your business survives long term. It's what feeds you. It's what makes you motivated. It's what keeps you going. You know, I do these lives and these workshops and I stream them on Instagram and TikTok while I do it on Zoom. And if you want to come to one of my next workshops, the link is below in the bio. And I do these workshops, and when I talk about the profit margin and I talk about how these companies are spending $500 in oil and making a $50,000 profit margin, people talk about how greedy that is, how that has to be a sin, how that's wrong, but that's not wrong. If you look at your favorite cologne, perfume from the department stores, how much do you think they're spending per bottle? Let's hit Bond number 9. We're talking about a product that's over $100 and something per bottle. The number one ingredient is distilled water. How much do you think that bottle is actually costing versus how much do you think they're making? And the answer is pennies on the dollar. The biggest mistake that I see people make, the biggest costly thing is, and it's killing your margins. It's killing how much money you keep. It's killing how much money stays in your bank. Pricing based off of what you would pay instead of what it's worth. And if you've been to one of my workshops, you've seen it. I'll put this product is this much, this product is that. And people would say, I would never pay for that. And I say, you're not my target audience. You're not who I'm selling to. So you should never base your price off of what you would pay instead of off of what it's worth. The next thing, comparing yourself to big brands who sell to scale, and you really don't have that yet. The big brands, they price their products to scale. And when I say scale, they want to sell as much as they can, as fast as they can. And so they might price their products below value because they're building out in such quantity that they can do it. But that's not you. That's not what you can do. That's not who you are. So you can't base your prices off of that. You have to base your prices off of your actual costs. Now, the next one, not accounting for time, packaging, and scale up costs. You see, most of us, including myself, didn't really consider my time as something that I should be paying for. My time is something that I should factor into the business because my time is just my time and I'm doing what I have to do. But we're entrepreneurs now, but we're business owners, but we still have to have a life, but we still have to transition money to our bank account so that we can show a cost, so we can do our own taxes. So I need you to go ahead and start accounting for your time. I need you to track your time. I need you to figure out how much hours, minutes, seconds that you're putting and put an actual number cost to that, as well as your packaging, as well as your shipping material, as well as the paper supply in your office. I need you to start looking at things as a whole. That way, when you scale up, you can have, listen, I have a friend named Adonis. Adonis teaches people how to buy and sell businesses, and he buys and flips them himself. And he'll take a company from next to nothing and blow it up to $80,000, $90,000 in sales a month so fast that Shopify starts looking at him funny. And I wondered why, and I wondered how, and I worked with him and partnered with him a few times. And this man will track every single cost down. He wanted me to make 3,500 soap bars for his brand, and I sent that to him. So he said, okay, perfect. So I'll be profitable after I sell 90 soap bars. I was like, what? Yeah. Well, if I factor in all these costs, all of this, and if I sell a soap bar for this and I do it like this, I'm going to make a profit beyond 90 soap bars. Now I'm going to really turn 100% or X amount of money more once I get past 900 soap bars. And I looked at that and I thought about it. I was like, I've never actually sat down and factored that part in myself. So we have to know, and we have to be accountable for our time. We have to be accountable for the things we scale up. We have to be accountable for all of that. Now, let's go ahead and flip that. Here's how to price with confidence and explain to customers without flinching. Because listen, just because someone comes in our DMs or sales drop because our prices are higher doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. We might just be targeting the wrong customers. We might just be targeting the wrong audience, the wrong people. So your price tells people the value of your product, the value of your brand, the value of what you do, the value of how much effort, energy you put into it. See, a price isn't just because I'm selling a luxury product, this price is this. The price allows people to determine that this natural, homemade, skincare, apothecary product is this because of this. So if you sound unsure, if you sound unsure, they're going to feel unsure about your products. If you waver and drop your price, if you're consistently changing your price, the same thing is going to happen. So focus on your messaging versus your ingredients. Focus on the transformation. This clears eczema. It has jojoba oil. It has black turmeric. It has white ginger. By focusing on those types of things, on the messaging, on the problem that we solve, it allows us to really make more money. It allows us to show them why this product is worth what it's worth. So how do you go from guessing your price to locking it in like a CEO? Well, let's recap this then. Let's recap this. Know your exact cost. 3x markup is the minimum. I don't really like 3x. I'm more of like a 12x, but each their own. Price for growth, not just survival. So focus on, if I want to grow, if I need supplies, if I need all of this, price for that and not just what you have, the bare minimum. Don't underprice to feel worthy. That's the worst thing. Don't underprice to validate what someone else thinks. Don't underprice because someone tells you, well, nobody's going to buy a body butter for $30. No, you know the ingredients. You know the love. You know the effort. You know the time. You know all that you put in it. So price for that and price for that accordingly. And that's how you go to the next level. That's how you make money. That's what you do. Confidence sells more than ingredients. Remember that. Confidence sells more than ingredients. Be confident with your products. Be confident with your price. Be confident with what you do, because you, more than anybody else, knows what you put into this business. You, more than anybody else, knows the time, the effort, the energy that you have put into building something great. And so you have to price and you have to build like that. You're not here to make pretty products. You're here to build a business. And that means pricing correctly. That means putting the right effort, energy to where it goes. That means not guesswork. Because if you're guessing that your product is this much, but you're ordering everything in small quantities from a website like Amazon, I guarantee you that you are undervaluing what your product is. You're undervaluing the cost. You're undervaluing the money. And you're not making the money that is necessary. You're not making the money that you should, because you're not doing the things necessary to go to that next level. Listen, I look forward to talking to you this Sunday on this Sunday's workshop. The link is in the description below. Come on, ask questions. We'll build all of this and we will do so much more. Building your brand doing what you need to do, going to that next level, is 100% in your hands. But it all comes down to what you do. Have a blessed one.